Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. My name is Bonnie. I'm your spiritual warfare consultant, and I promised I would share some of my past, and I would let you know, and just share a little bit of my evidence. If there, any of this resonates with you and you feel the same kind of connection, okay, give me that thumbs up or leave me a comment below. I love your comments. I review them so they're not public unless I choose for them to be public. So I was wanting to share this thing with you about how I always took in strays, even as a child. I'm talking about stray animals, and animals, stray animals, and humans. Like I'd end up with teenagers all the time, even through my kids growing up and everything. I, and that's what we do, as very sensitive spiritual people, born again Christians. When you're changing and you really have empathy for the whole entire world, and you think at first that you're supposed to feel all that pressure and all that. And even when Jesus came as human like us, he even had he was carrying the stress and the sins of the world, and especially towards the end, nobody even laid a hand on him yet, and he was already bleeding. It's like this, but it's a choice on what you do with it, or coming to awareness of what it is. Because then you see, oh, I mean, really, literally, you knew absolutely nothing when you thought you knew everything. Okay, almost 50 years old, and I'm a grandmother of many, and a stepmother and mothers to, all older, and I got grandchildren I haven't even met. So anyway, I was wanting to let and I know you resonate with this. You gotta resonate with it. We just feel it, and you do. You just want to help everyone that's in pain. When I truly realized how much protection and how much healing in my life, and realizing it was God's mercy on me when I was hard on myself emotionally, and I still have anxiety. These things are manageable. You can get to the point where you have awakening and you understand what you need, and you can serve yourself. I mean, when you can serve yourself and manage things doctors try to put on you or whatever. Highly sensitive people, born again, Christian, just born again, just in like a whole new life. It's like truly amazing. Okay, and like I said before, when the Lord does for me and I'm healed and I'm not in pain or in any suffering, I want to help other people out there, and it is really a choice and the right timing. And the Spirit will always put something or someone in front of you to get your attention, and the things that, and you really have to understand how, if it becomes a pattern that you keep looking for, any, like if you're speaking in any language, at a certain point in time, people would basically understand what you're saying. It's just like, the people that were around, we don't even have to say anything. And they're already hearing what we're saying in our head, or we're hearing what they're saying in their head, and your conversations blend, and or just non-verbal communication. It's just like a person doesn't ask, do you want this, or do I want that, or I want this and I want that. It just flows that way, with our thoughts. I mean, at the beginning of time, just with our thoughts, we communicated with people. And you can do this. You truly can communicate and be in touch with a person, okay, and really feel their emotions. Today, I'm glad my Ruby's home. She's back home. But anyway, I can't think of the word, and that's been happening a lot. And that is the stress, you know, and the thyroid, and it does. I'll feel, you can kind of see that ring right there. Okay, normally when you see in my videos, normally if that'll be down, it'll be kind of indented in a little bit, kind of sunk up, kind of like that. But anyway, stress, your body's trying to always communicate with you. Okay, we've been talking a lot about how we just take people in and we want to help them. And technology is so wonderful because then you can truly connect to that person that feels the same thing. Okay, or maybe going through something that you went through a long time ago, or you're going through it at the same time. You find a lot of the maybe not the details the same, but y'all's emotions are the same. And then habitual over and over and over again. Once you start realizing you're doing that, you can start changing your words, changing your thoughts. Just like I said on TikTok, I want you to see something that you want to do for yourself or someone else perfected. You know, mostly it's for us. You know, how do we want to see ourselves in the world? What do we do? You know, you young kids are in sports and stuff like that, and maybe there's one thing that you just can't seem to get, and you know, and you ask. You can want, and hope for as long as you want. You know, you get connected and visualize something you know that's going to be bigger than even your own thoughts. But how you see yourself in the world that is around you. And like I said, if you're doing a stunt or trying to make a kickoff, or you're trying to get more, throwing the ball, just exceeding in anything, even your job, your career, you know, maybe your consultants, you know, I'm saying consultants, maybe your clients, and you become friends, and I would, a lot of them begin to be clients, and then they become friends. And then I've also had it a lot in my life where we become friends, then you become my client. Everyone, now, I was a certified massage therapist way years ago, way years ago. So every time I have anyone that I'm helping, I want to ask questions and getting a little feedback about what their stress is. And I don't even have to have, it doesn't have to be in detail. As they're telling me, I've already heard that voice in my head, or that feeling, that a lot of it is because I've experienced health. Okay, and that makes us experts. No matter what kind of tragedy, no matter what we've gone through, no matter what the past is, we find forgiveness. Oh, the guilt, the frustration, the anger, the emotion that's just, and we all have personalities. There's tons of different personalities out there. Tons of them. Okay, but sometimes we hit that one personality when we're in around a certain crowd, or we have to hit that other personality, you know, at school, or in front of the people that just make us to where we can't even talk right, or you know, or move, or you know, just our feeling. We all have personalities, and that's our reaction to things around us. Okay, once you realize the balance, once you get in tune in your heart, and you know the truth, yeah, of course, it's trying to get you off that, trying to get you to just as you're just fixing to give up on something, and even say those words, I can't, or I give up, or you know, just before you say it, be very careful before you say it. And if you do say it, start chanting it in your head and rebuke it, you know, and they didn't mean it. Switch it around. Because we convince ourselves, and right at that part where we feel like giving up, if we just punch through just a little bit more, we'll get through it, and we'll get that relief that we were looking for, that relief that even more than we could even have. We around people that are always in stress and always complaining or always, chanting out stories that may have happened in the past. So you kind of like that subconscious mind's an idiot. It overprotects us many times. Okay, and you have to just know how that works and get to know yourself. It's like no relationship is going to work until you work on just the relationship part. All right, I really wish that I had worked on a relationship with God and knew how to do it before now, being 10 years ago. 10 years ago, that was my true awakening, and realizing all the pain I was holding in wasn't just mine, it was everybody else's. All the hatred that had been, embedded in my mind and said, and all the tragedies, I've always had it positive that, I survived that. Okay, it's sometimes it's very, very hard to get there, where you're like, okay, wait a minute here. I've forgotten to actually take a look around and see how I got through it the last time, or how that one tragic thing may manifest in your family and all that. So it's realizing the pattern and the recall, and actually seeing yourself in your generation, your mothers, your grandmothers, how you were raised, how you were properly loved, or if you weren't. There's only two types of, and as I say, there's a lot of personalities out there. Okay, and you see it on TV. There's some of them out there that are really, really truthful. I mean, even us, even the elect, even God's people are going to be deceived for a moment. I mean, come on, think about it. For just a moment, you might be like, oh my gosh. And you catch yourself from thinking badly or thinking some bad thought. Maybe you're concerned about a family member, and you know what they used to do, and you start thinking it, which is already hard enough that they're dealing with their own energy, and then to feel it from other people. Even, I like to look at things when they happen, even though they're repetitious, that they happen to show up so that you can destroy what you didn't destroy the last time you went through it, or it just reoccurs in someone else. Someone else gives you that, oh man, wow, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just like a recall, and it's always there in the back of your head, but you don't know why. There's just something that you can't do, or something that you are doing to yourself. And you keep continuing to do it. You got to understand what is your true personality, and start evaluating yourself. That's born again and woken up, realizing that we sinned too. We were in pain. What is it? You better watch him. I heard about you too. You better watch him. I love my babies. I love my babies. But anyway, I have also done a lot of training with dogs, horses as a very young child. So lead rope and dance and Western style. Hop on here and let you know is that when someone is compulsive in acting, that they have that sociology out there, or I mean, it is really, really hard on the actors too, and they've had them. I'm trying to remember if it's over here, over there, the camera. Anyway, you understand that there truly are people out there that don't feel like we do. That's why they need us. Okay, it's very extremely hard to train up, like I said before, narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, we're attracted to that HSD, highly sensitive people. They want to just help everyone. Okay, so we fall into that entrapment where we're kind of like we're a robot to someone. you know, giving them what they want, maybe doing things that we normally wouldn't do, or that we normally, or we just keep repeating them in a relationship. And when it's like that, we're constantly giving people that are in so much pain and have maybe a multiple personality disorder. Okay, those clients, you can see their face change, their voice changes, mine changes, everybody's voice changes depending on whom they're talking to. Okay, which I'm very flexible at that. I'm okay for that. And then it's like a norm for me. So I don't even realize I'm doing that. Multiple personality disorders are ones that take over your life, like keep you from going outside, because it's like I'm thinking every time I go somewhere, something happens with my animals or something, just, or I take them with me. I just have to take them with me. You know, I can't leave, you know, because I'm so concerned, so worried about it. But when you realize that that's controlling your life and keeping you from ever getting out there, it's always, if there's a personality, like the way something makes you react, okay, and it's a pattern that you're constantly repeating in fears and hopes to keep that one loved one, or maybe something that you're doing to try to run them off, because lots of times men are warriors, and they got to be forced in competitive kind of way, and you have to do that, you know. So it's almost like it's when you get to the dangerous multiple personality disorders are things that you normally wouldn't do, that would just totally run the concept of everything in your life. And it's like everything you turn around, it's almost like you're thinking constantly bad things are going to happen all the time, and they just keep on happening. Or, you know, it's like seeing, I mean, maybe your family's prone to having, you know, tires blow on their car, or radiators blow, or they're prone to all the time there's a gasket breaking, you know. It's because the others perceived it. You perceived it younger, in a younger age, and that's what, you know, kind of like a curse, a stronghold from generation to generation. And it can really get serious in a sense and in a way where it's like, my mom did at first in her life, you know. It's like when she got older, she was much more healthier when she got older. She wasn't popping pills, and she wasn't constant. She was not at all. But I remember growing up, there was always something wrong with my mom. And if somebody else was going through it too, she'd say, "Oh, I went through that too, and this is that, and this is what happened to me." Or the other person might suggest, if a flare-up comes up, do this, and that other person says, I did it once and it didn't work. The thing is lots of times when we do it once or even twice, whatever the case might be, it doesn't always work. And you got that you know, a subconscious mind, a Satan's voice telling you, this stuff don't work, you're stupid, look how stupid you look, that's just so silly, what is everyone going to think about you? You know, you get all that, you know, the subconscious mind, because maybe that's what you've seen it happen, you know. And our eyes when they perceive things, that's why I don't mind closing my eyes and seeing where I'm at through my eyelids. Okay, and it's been a while to get there, but I can see the lights now. I can actually see exactly where it was. It used to only be like the shadows of it, and then I'd take a deep breath and push out. I would push it out, and I'd be, you know, towards the end of my meditations, I'm always praying for somebody. You know, someone might have came in as I was meditating that I don't normally hang out with them anymore. I don't know them, and maybe lots of times they don't like me. Lots of times they don't like me. There's something that we just don't click. We both don't click. And I've had a lot of friends out there that hated me before that we even liked each other, you know. And that was a good thing, because you get out, you know, the enemy tries to keep you guys apart. Well, the enemy is going to use things to try to keep you apart. okay? And you're good when you're together, and even, when you magnify God, when you're magnifying God together, you're really, really good. So the Spirit will try to use that person with maybe a pet peeve that you used to have a pet peeve long ago, and it hasn't bothered you in God knows how long, and usually things don't, bother you or aggravate you. And all of a sudden this one thing will occur in someone they're trying to, make you argue so you never hook back up again or anything like that. And you got to push that demon away, even if it's something that aggravates that person and you're starting to do it again, or well, that person didn't seem like it bothered them before up till now. So you gotta understand how you really gotta have a relationship with your body, and have awareness of yourself, oneself. Then you can understand that you're feeling other people's emotions, and the Spirit's trying to get you guys to connect, okay? And it's not, oh, I can't be in crowds, oh, no, it's just, I'm so sensitive, I'm so drained after, I'm so tired. Yeah, things drain you, but you can't keep, like, embedding that into your mind, and like, that's the gift, because that is the false. That's the false demon trying to tell you, oh, well, you better stop doing this stuff. It drains you. You're around too many, energy vampires, or around too many negative people, and it's influencing you. But you got to understand, if the devil knew that this was going to make us really, really strong in the long run, he wouldn't even be bothering. But the thing is that at least he's bothering because he knows that it's when he leaves you alone you got to worry about. So keep your positive going. Understand that the harder it is to achieve it, the better it's going to be to succeed in it. So anyway, I just want to say God bless you guys so much. Thank you for your prayers. Please, I thank you for your donations. Just as small as $5 or $10. Every little bit helps. Thank you so much. But she is extremely, extremely sick. So I'm definitely going to need some help with already a couple medications that she's on. And maybe hopefully that will take her off the medications, because I'm going to put a video at the end of this video. And you see how she's staggering a little bit. And I strongly believe they're giving way too much gabapentin to her. So, I give her like 25 mils. They're giving her 100. I take, I think it's 600 a day. And they're going to go give her 200 a day. And she's just this little tiny, not even 25 pounds. Little baby. That's ridiculous. 100 milligrams of gabapentin. So we're going to see how she's going to be in the next couple days. And I will see you Testimony Thursdays. Dream Team, don't forget Testimony Tuesdays. And if this is your first time here, please subscribe down below. You never know what I'm going to be talking about or teaching. If we experience things, we got to understand we can truly help people. But we also got to kind of let them find their own way too. We can't be demanding, telling our children, you better do this, better do that, or grandparents, or stop being the helicopter. Break those helicopter wings off it. Just let them experience to an extent on their own, and let them know that you're there. Okay, so anyway, God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, girls. Bye-bye, everyone. God bless you guys so much. Is Ruby's okay? Give her kisses. She okay? She okay? Yes. Give her kisses. Give her kisses. Give her kisses. You my baby boys. You my baby boys. Oh.